Hey there, it's Stephanie Shade, Chief Astrologer for janspiller.com with your monthly horoscope. And this one's for you, Taurus. We've got 2 full moons coming up in October. And the first full moon lands on October 1st in the sign of Aries. And then we're going to end the month with a full moon in your sun sign on October 31st. So if you're a Taurus who was born on or around April 28th of any year, or if you're a Taurus rising person at around 8 degrees Taurus rising, the full moon at the end of the month is going to be especially enlightening for you. Now, all Tauruses will feel a light bulb turn on in their subconscious at the Aries first full moon, because this is really highlighting that part of your chart. You can use the beginning of the month to step back and check in with yourself. It's possible that you'll identify a personal goal that's finally ready for your intention. I'll talk more in this horoscope about the retrograde energies at play this month, which really help us turn back to what had we been working on that got left behind because we were too busy, too distracted by something more important. Now it's time to slow down and circle back and discover what actually was a priority that you'd like to pick back up again. So you may get some inspiration about this around this October 1st Aries full moon. Now we've got the sun shining in Libra through the 21st, and this is going to highlight your daily work as well as health and wellness. It's a really good month to bring your body into balance by resetting your schedule to allow more time for self-care activities such as physical movement or making sure you have time to put together a healthy meal instead of just grabbing something on the go. These schedule adjustments can really help improve the quality of your day-to-day life. And again, we're slowing down with retrograde energies this month. So with that, you have the chance to build some time into your schedule. And again, what had you started doing that had to do with your self-care that you would like to do again, whether it's exercising or cooking good foods, or any of those themes are very strong this month. Now, on the 22nd, the sun will move into Scorpio, and that's opposing your sun. This lends support to relationships of all kinds. So you can use the days after the 22nd to foster more intimacy and trust with loved ones. It's a good time to get connected and closer to those in your inner circle. Now we're going to be under the influence of Mars and Mercury retrograde this month. So this really puts the brakes on a lot of things. Don't try to force anything forward. Tauruses will probably do better under this astrology than other signs such as fire signs that like to just race ahead. With a Taurus sun or even Taurus rising, slow and steady is a bit more your style anyway. So you can be a good example to others how not to force things when you should be slowing down. So definitely you can guide others. And if you find people around you are feeling overly impulsive, just take a step back. You don't have to get involved in other people's drama. And if you're making a big decision for yourself, it's really best to wait until after November 13th when Mars will station direct. And if there is an immediate change needed, make some temporary plans. Short-term planning is okay under this astrology. That's kind of the best way to use it. Okay, what could I do that would get me through the next few months, and then aim for a bigger thing after we get out of these retrogrades in mid-November. Be thinking along those lines, and you can also revisit your plan. You could just put something on hold if you're able to do that and say, okay, let's revisit this at the end of November or in December. Now, this month's new moon on October 16th is going to be in Libra. And this is going to support intentions related to your work, to your health, to time management, and keeping track of detailed information. So even with Mars and Mercury retrograde, it's important to state your intentions at every new moon because that is the most powerful time astrologically. And as you know, Jan Spiller wrote New Moon Astrology. When you become a member of janspiller.com, you'll gain access to articles that share the most potent times at each new moon to set these intentions, as well as other really important heads up on the current astrology that I write. And you can go to janspiller.com and check out the memberships there. All the proceeds go to maintain Jan's legacy, which was her wishes. So please check that out. We've got the second full moon in October on the 31st. It's Halloween in many areas around the world, the United States. And this is already kind of a high energy day. I think the full moon there is going to elevate the energy, as well as a high intensity conjunction between the moon and the planet Uranus. So what is big for Tauruses is that Uranus is in Taurus, full moon in Taurus. This could feel very emotionally charged, even if you're not usually the kind of person who gets worked up. When you're aware of this astrology, you can kind of get perspective and know, okay, a couple days after this full moon, you'll feel a little more settled. And if you have Taurus rising around 8 degrees, you will, as I mentioned earlier, you'll probably be feeling this. Know that whatever feelings emerge for you are valid. But you might have to get perspective, and you might have trouble processing them and tempering your reactions. So just let yourself feel what you're feeling and know it doesn't all have to make sense right now. It's just a high voltage full moon in your sign. You're actually on the brink of a personal breakthrough, and know that more information will be revealed in the coming months. So hopefully that will help give you some of the bigger picture of that astrology. Now we are ending out the month as well with both Venus and Mercury in the sign of Libra as of the 27th. And Mercury will station direct in Libra on November 2nd or 3rd, depending on your sun sign. So as we move towards November, some of the high pressure astrology will ease up. Even with that full moon that's ending the month, we do have the counterbalance of Venus and Mercury in Libra, and Venus is your ruling planet. So really lean into those energies that are cultivating harmony, listening to others, keeping your cool, all those Libran themes that can be so helpful. And you should get some new clarity and new beginnings towards the end of November. So keeping that in mind too, because it really probably will feel like a lot is going on and things aren't going anywhere, but know that they will be. So I hope that you can make the most of October's astrology. Please be safe and be well, and I will see you back here next month with your horoscope.